things at one time. I have to set up everything on the other set network, make sure that everything is good. And when doing that, it's kind of important to stay focused. So, what we're going to talk about today is a few things. I may have a special guest join. Not sure they are working, but they wanted to pop in and talk about a few things, and we'll just leave that open. I do have a little bit of news. I talked to you guys a while ago about Jelani Davis. Um, he had a death. He was missing. It was a young, prominent Aboriginal law student in Illinois. And as of November 2021, there are 39,000 missing people, right? With 39,000 missing people currently in Illinois alone, believe it or not, 43% are Aboriginal men. And with the rest of that distribution amongst other race, nearly half being African American, that's more than astounding. So when we're thinking about these things, I just wanted to bring it to you guys' awareness that he was found. The young man was missing, and he was found. And currently, the family is still investigating what's going on with him. Nothing has been proven to what happened. They tried to say it was a suicide, that he actually drove, walked to the beach, stripped his clothes, and butt nakedly got into the water. Makes no sense to me and to his family, where he was a prominent young man that was doing so many things that would make his life beneficial for him and his family, building a foundation, so on and so forth, right? Young lady Delia Johnson that was killed in August. I did do a quick report on that, just to let you know they did just recently today, not today. I'm sorry, yesterday on the 9th, they found the murderer, Miss what was her name? Claudia Benton. She was actually found in Jacksonville. So they found her in Jacksonville. Someone saw her, spotted her, and, let them know. She literally walked up on this lady. She was a longtime family friend who had lived in her home. Listen to this. If you guys hadn't heard of the story of Miss Claudia Benton walking up to Miss Delia Johnson and shooting her point blank in the head on the streets of New York, with like people just walking around broad daylight after the funeral of someone else, right? Supposedly there was a rumor that she had told something on her, or something about her boyfriend, so on and so forth. But either or, there was no reason to do this. So she actually walked up in broad daylight in front of witnesses right there. Anyone else could have been shot in the crossfire, so on and so forth. And she shot her. But she has been brought to justice today. They found her ignorant ass. I'm gonna say it just like that. Her ignorant ass. She laid with these people within their family, all of this, and had the nerve. I'm gonna just double check the connection here, guys. I want to make sure we're getting uh, the best service right quick with no interruptions. So give me just a moment. All right. We're good on that. Just want to double check. Okay, so um, it put me in the mind. I didn't want to talk about this particularly today, guys, but it did put me in the mind of how we have to be very particular when it comes to you think are very trusting to you, right? And all the things that may possibly contribute to um, either your harm or possible death, right? When we're thinking about the things that are harvested when it comes to our particular Aboriginal genes, right? Being the most powerful genes, being the ones that would be the strength that someone would love the capabilities of if they've never experienced that type of organ in their body. It actually sends a different mechanism through a person. When a person gets a heart transplant, they're actually pumping the blood, or the fusion from that person's spirit has actually been kind of developed within them, because their blood is pumping through that heart. Now they're picking that up. It's a certain frequency that these organs contain, believe it or not. So that is very important to know. Today, I wanted to talk about quite a few things, right? When it comes to the mind state, right, and people being caught up in the physicalities of things that are um, how can I say? I guess they're making it prominent. It's important, not to say it's not important, but there are so many other things that are far, a lot more prevalent when it comes to like the mental state. Right now, we are caught up in a world of confusion. There have been so many lies cast upon us over the years, centuries and centuries of mental abuse, mental illness placed upon a nation of aboriginal, indigenous beings to this particular area of the United States. And we are victims of lies and finagling, corporation greed, and quite a few other things. There have been so many crimes against us, crimes against humanity that have been committed that, we're kind of like used to it. It's kind of hard for a person to find a way to distinguish what they need to and find their place in this life if they don't even know where they've come from, right? So there's a lot of research going on. We're hearing this ancestry.com, check out your DNA and all of that. When you're doing that, right, all that does is keep you tied into a possible lie. The thing to do, right, is to actually trace your ancestry back to different things that will allow you to, know from word of mouth. Family members, close family friends, distant relatives, even if you don't talk to them often, maybe just to get some information on that part of the family that you don't know much about. Digging into the roots. Building foundations with elders in your family that you may not visit too often, that great aunt, that great great aunt, that grandfather that doesn't hold too much of a conversation, but you may be able to get some information from them. These things are important. We have to think about that when we think about the organs of great aboriginal beings, being of a certain vibration and frequency, and the life-giving entity that an organ is. You can take a piece of a person's organ and help another person who's got like a bad kidney or, certain things of that nature. I don't want to get too much into health talk, but just to give you an example, the organs of great minds, the organs of, you know, certain I guess, imagination or thought. People that have certain gifts or certain talents, an artist per se, a person that's an athlete per se, persons of that nature, someone that stands out, has a lot of validity, right? These people are sought out sometimes, because of their organs. They may be used in some different things that can be accomplished when it comes to furthering another generation of beings that may not be a soul bound being, right? A person that was not um, born into the natural life state, that did not come into being. A person that may have been in an incubator, a test tube, whatever you want to call it. When these things happen, there are different parts of things that are needed when it comes to this. We have to be really realistic, right? We see so many things that we are not privy to, and we don't think about because we think that it may be foreign to us. We think that it may not be very important, right? But there are so many small things that are in our life, right, that we don't know are very prevalent, but they are. We're dealing with spiritual battles. We're dealing with people that, you know what? Let me give an example. I know you guys have, I don't want to run this in the ground. I said I wasn't going to give it too much space, right? So let's go here. I'm not going to even mention the name. This is why I didn't do a video on this. When I say I wanted to so bad, right? But in order to give energy to something, right, you have to speak it. When you speak something, you're manifesting the energy toward that thing, right? So when it comes to these things, sometimes we have to be very, very careful, very astute to what we want to give our energy to, right? With a certain situation that's going on, we won't mention the name or talk too much about it because everyone's done so much of it, right? I don't even need to say anything. But with these things that are going on, we have actual things working against us, and our children are, the most easily to be susceptible to these things. They're not aware. They have such star eyes for these different celebrities. Um, not understanding or realizing they are the star. You're the star. You're the energy. These things people don't understand, being the particular current or energy that gives the energy to these people, that allows them to have the power that they have. The power is only generated from the people that give it to them. If there weren't so many fans, if there weren't so many people out here that are, oh, I want a concert, oh, I love this person, run into the record store as soon as their album drops, or as soon as anything's going on with them, they're the first person to post something about it on their page or on their timeline. As soon as we hear something, I want to be the one to speak on this or what have you. But these kids get caught up in not really understanding the depth of what these people are pulling them into. It takes a lot of their time, a lot of their energy. I spoke with a sister that was saying how some of her family members, have actually gotten upset and kind of fallen out with her for her going against certain celebrities that they like. Literally, like, upset because she's stating her opinion about how she feels about them. People will put these people in an elevated state that is not deserving of them. We don't see these people doing anything to elevate a neighborhood or a community, even a block. I don't see these people going and, opening up recreational centers, daycare centers, centers for single moms, anything to enhance a person, right? They look at these people and they're like, oh, wow, look at them. They're so rich and this, and that. Why do you find these people so captivating? Is it the glitters and, they have these cars, they have these houses, the guys you guys see them with a bunch of women, this, and that. These things are very irrelevant when it comes to a state of being, especially right now. Nowadays, we're going through a total different shift in our lifetime. It is so much more prominent than the things that we've been going through over the last couple of decades. The past centuries have had phenomenal changes that if you're not tapped into what's going on, you're going to actually be consumed by every bit of energy that's out here to take from you. So I just think it's important for everyone to make sure your kids are, not following these people, understanding that they are the stars, understanding that anything that comes um, into their eyesight as being a star, it's only what they make of it. They're the ones that see that majestical power. They're the ones that they find something in this person that they just love so much, where maybe it's something that they'd like to have a part of, be a part of, something that they admire, so on and so forth. But it doesn't make this star anything prevalent to, anything that's going to be beneficial in their life. We cannot continue to praise these people that are taken from us. They take your currency, they take your energy, they take your time. Now they're taking lives, literally minimizing. When you hear a certain number of deaths, an infinite 8 number, a total lie. Allegedly, there was about 666 in this particular um, incident that happened. We're not going to say any names or give it too much validity or energy, but knowing that so many children and young adults that hadn't had a chance to even start their lives will now be used in surplus in certain energies of, other people. I want to talk about daylight saving times, right? A little bit, real quick. Daylight savings time is actually something that was implemented to save energy, right? It's something that causes a lot of health defects in people that have heart conditions and some people that have mechanical things that actually um, help them to regulate certain things in their body. There are certain biological things or biological cycles that the body goes through. And when this daylight savings time happens, it actually does something to miscommunicate what's going on with the body and sending different signals, sending, the wrong um, the wrong rhythm. So the heart may skip a beat. The blood is not flowing or fluctuating the way that it should. These are the things that are going on. We're having manipulation of time, manipulation of space, and the manipulation of matter, right? When going through these things, we have to be very astute to the things that we are. I wrote some notes. I don't know what page it was on. Let me see. Very astute to the things that are going on in our general area, right? Right now, we're going through a lot of things, and there's a lot of plasma being used in the air via technology and certain things. Because there's plasma within us, we are able to be manipulated by that particular plasma, right? When it comes to y'all know I jump all over the place. Let me get back to this real quick because this is going to be short. Talking about this circadian rhythm. When you're having heart issues, right, make sure that when it comes time for this daylight savings time, you need to take 2 days that you're accumulating at least an extra 2 hours of sleep. The heart will not be able to regulate the rest that is lost, and the circadian rhythm of the body will actually be thrown off due to this. This is something that happens all the time. So we have to be very, very careful of what we're doing when it comes to, our hearts and making sure we're doing the things to keep it healthy. Maybe take a clove of garlic, a little bit of olive oil, bake it on like 350 for about 30, 40 minutes. Some roasted garlic is very good for the heart. Pure beet juice is very good for the heart. You can eat, pickled beets if you prefer, things of that nature. Make sure you're taking things that are going to be beneficial to the heart, carrots, things of that nature, right? So when it comes to that, I'm sorry about that, brother. Give me one moment, guys. Just a moment. Just welcoming someone to our panel over here. We do have our StreamYard going on with the YouTube platform. When the show ends, if you'd like to continue listening to the conversation, make sure you go over to sistersoul.com and continue with us from there. We are going to go a little bit outside. Thanks so much for joining me, brother. How you doing? We have welcoming Dr. Tinfoil to the panel. One of the brothers I told you guys I have been incorporating YouTube into my broadcast. I don't know if anyone's actually had a chance to go and check out my YouTube platform. Make sure you do. Go to sistersoul.com and, check out some of the videos there. Right now, I have run across so many different platforms, so many different intelligent people of light and information. Some very entertaining, some very scholastic, and some making sure to in tune the minds in a perfect state, like I try to do, right? What I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks, guys, I'll have a few guests. When we had Ms. Sophia Stewart on our platform Sunday, we did have Aboriginal TV. I did advise you guys to go and subscribe. Make sure you're subscribing to Aboriginal TV on YouTube. He is very good with indigenous information, finding out about aboriginal information, being indigenous to the United States. These are all the same things. We've talked about these terms before, if you guys have recall on the show, but you have to be astute to, really getting a clear inclination of what's going on. We are being classified in the mind as something that we are not. So yes, I did welcome one of the brothers that I have been having conversations with. Very good insight actually into a lot of different things. I invited him on today to share his thoughts and his views on a few things that has been on his mind. So what we're going to do right now is open the platform to Coppertone. Better known as Dr. Tinfoil. Thanks so much for joining us, brother. How are you today?
Hey, what's up? Can everyone hear me good? How are you doing,
We,
sister? So,
I'm doing awesome, brother. Thanks so much for joining me. Yes, we can hear you great. Thanks so much for joining us. Wanted to, introduce you to my platform, obviously. I did speak of you shortly, saying that I have been, conjoining YouTube with my platform. So the audience is pretty much aware of that. What I'll be doing is bringing over different information, the things that I've been running across, obviously, that have been either new to me or very inspiring, and be sharing a little bit of that with my audience here on the main radio. So thanks so much for joining us, brother. And I'll actually let you have the floor and, go ahead and get into anything that you'd like to, bring up today.
Okay, thank you. If y'all don't know, my name is Carpetone, D Carpetone. I'm broad with I try to get into everything like science, um, of course the laws, the history, but it all deals with the energy that we put out. What Sister Soul was saying about you have to protect your energy at all times. We're in a time where you need willpower. They got um, the will to do more than just the average, like what we've been designed, I guess, to do. Our genetic makeup is, I guess, just to work, but there's more than that. I'm new to the YouTube as far as trying to put out content, so I try to vibe with everyone, mesh. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to. I'll build off of you, sister. So energy.
No problem, brother. So
Thank
yes,
you.
yes, no problem, definitely. So when it comes to that, brother, I've heard you speak on quite a few different things. When it comes to that, we actually are inclined in our ideas when it comes to a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes, and when it comes to insight from other brothers that are known in the spiritual enlightenment area, we'll just say Bobby Hemmett and people of the sort that actually Dr. Philip Valentine, that give us a lot of insight. If you guys have not heard or seen any of their videos or heard their information, I definitely invite you to check it out. There's, you have to shift through everything, use your own discernment when it comes to certain things and figuring out what actually would fit you, right? What coincides with you, what coincides with your thinking, so on and so forth. The title today, guys, on YouTube, I actually put the title as the Aboriginal Mind Thinking in the Mind State. When it comes to that, we talk a lot about being trapped in the mind, having certain things that will actually decipher your thinking when it comes to implantation of indoctrination, when it comes to religion, when it comes to food, air, water, all these things that actually can manipulate you by actually reformatting certain crystallization within your cells, right? The wave formatting, all these things that actually will change the structure of the mind, give it different pictures, different insight, different thoughts, different logic, not being able to connect and ascend to the person that you are supposed to be, because there is an ascension process when the mind is open. When you crack that eggshell a bit, right? And you allow certain things to come in that actually will enlighten you. These things actually help you to ascend to a higher state. We've talked about this numerous times, guys. And when we think about these things that actually manipulate it, right? One thing when it comes to the Aboriginal area that I've noticed, as you guys know, I've told you I'm very new to this information. I myself am an Aboriginal. being to this earth, but I had not really understood the depth or understood the power in, being an Aboriginal. Knowing that we are original beings, knowing that there are certain things that we have rights to when it comes to the physicalities of this area, right? So, being in a community within the last year, guys, I've noticed that there's a lot of things going on when it comes to the states, the placement of things, where people have been, so on and so forth. When it comes to that, we are kind of trapped in a spell per se. If you guys have had a chance to, listen to us speaking or describing or talking about spells of the mind, spells of indoctrination, spells of words and letters, even numbers. We spell out numbers. Why would you spell a number? Because there's spelling in that too. The manipulation of mathematics, which is what the entire universe actually really runs off, right? The mathematic equations of everything that actually formulates a person, that actually allows a person to uh, fine tune into the person that they are, enlightening and bringing certain things into manifestation by their powers of the mind, by being in tune to their spirits, by knowing or being able to tap into the frequencies that are all around them, and being able to cast negative um, aspects away from them or out of their circumference, so on and so forth. Did you have anything to say about that, brother? Your input on anything when it comes to like the Aboriginals and like the state of being with, how important it is for the lands. That was going to be my next subject, because I know right now, as you know, you've also been aware of what's going on. You being indigenous yourself. Um, how much that is playing on the mental and the mind state of the Aboriginal community when it comes to them being so adamant. Not to say it's not very important, not to say that these things definitely need to be addressed when it comes to the lands and things, brother. But what do you think about the abundance of that playing, um, you know, um, a big part of a mental stability or stagnation? I find it, being bothersome a little bit. What do you think about that, brother?
So I feel the exact same way. I never got into this to be in one place. I mean, I understand that we're from here. I know this now, but sometimes there's like a overkill on that when there's other aspects of that. So it could become a witnessing just like church and a religion. It becomes where the ones that have the big channels and all that, the big platforms, you have to be careful because we're witnessing and bringing people. This is my third spirit, but it wasn't as many. I want to see where other aspects of the experience comes into. Like, um, it's important for the land because they needed the land. The land is where you work at. I mean, you know what I'm saying? The corporations was built, companies, Nike, like from the biggest of them. Let's say the biggest, Nike, all the NFL, all the sports teams, all the colleges, and all this was built on land. So without the land, they couldn't imagine nothing. But now we have to go non-tangible. Okay, it's a fight for the land and all of the benefits that we lack from being displaced. But we need the non-tangible things or the spiritual things or the imagination or the thoughts or the faith. Faith without works is dead. You need a imagination to build a nation.
Yes, yes, brother. So when it comes to that, right? So thinking or planning things. So let's tap into that real quick, because I said the state of the mind is where I think there's a large stagnation, even though it seems like the Aboriginal community is very very well aware of their state of being, their rights, the rights to this land, the right to the things of. The indoctrination that have been turned around more recently due to the enlightenment. We don't want to touch into that too much because I don't want to go into this light and frequency. You guys know I'll go off on that. On both of these areas are things that I find very prominent. But when it comes to that, we think about these things that they're stagnant in, right? And I see it more so because it's more of a focus of getting the land back, tying my name to this place, tying myself to this tribe, versus maybe focusing on a current, maybe the tribe that's in their household, starting there. There are a lot of tribes now with the Aboriginal communities that are already formed, and if you're a part of that, that's awesome. But if you're not, and you're trying to trace your roots, how important is it for us to maybe focus on building something from a foundation that's now? So when we think about the land and the placement and a state or a state of mind, right? Mentally having the capabilities to build a foundation on any platform, at any area, at any place that we find will be prominent for us, right? So when it comes to that, brother, what do you think about them taking that placement in a particular area, not so much tracing the roots, going back to where, this particular thing is, if they can't shift through the paperwork, knowing that this is kind of a two-party question, knowing that things have been altered and changed so much over time, right? Including these records that they search into. A lot of the documentations that we look at may be, some may be true, some may be false. So, of course, we have to discern or decipher that information and see what actually is the truth out of that, right? So, when it comes to that and them trying to, um, maybe get these records and be sure of the validity of them, so on and so forth, do you think that is kind of stagnating them from building because there's so much put into that particular area? Do you
Yeah,
think that may become a stagnant area? Go ahead.
yeah. I tried to pride myself, well, not pride, but just um, having a three-head monster. I hit a roadblock about 2 years ago on major parts of my roots, but um, I'm a historian and I try to get in to understand law, so I never stayed in a stagnated place. But that left a rabbit hole where I could go into like the genetics, like the phenotypes, the blood types. You know what I'm saying? So um, it's different people that are good with that. We have to know thyself and bring something to the table, like barter. Like I've been stressing, like we all have different aspects that is different pieces of the puzzle that it's better when it's a unit to rush Congress. Like anything less than putting these the knowledge, all that is like weapons. So anything less than aiming that at the target that it should be, you're losing momentum and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. That's just
Yeah.
my opinion. Though. Let's get it.
So when it comes to that, right? Let's say if you're a person like myself, when I first came into the YouTube scene, basically, I was obviously aware of my roots, and aware of my Aboriginal roots, so on and so forth. But the prominence or the importance of that, I didn't really get that more recently due to some of the platforms on YouTube. Let's actually put a couple of those out there. If you're in search of information, guys, if you are looking because you have heard, oh, I've got Indian in my family, and it's like, oh, is that true? I'm not really sure. If you're a person that's in search of, trying to find your roots and, just getting more information about being an Aboriginal, so on and so forth, there are quite a few different platforms that you can check out. We have Aboriginal TV on YouTube. Some people, if you're not familiar with YouTube, when you go in the search bar, all you would do is put Aboriginal TV in there, hit the search, and it'll pop right up. Also have Aboriginal Power. Aboriginal Power and Aboriginal TV. They give a lot of information when it comes to being indigenous or Aboriginal rather, and knowing your roots and things. We also have the matriarchs. There is Lyrica Neville. We have Empress Copper. Oh man, I forget it. Is it indigenous? Empress Copper Holbert. It's Empress Holbert. So she is part of the matriarchs and Chief this Sun Out. When it comes to that, we also have Chief Holiday.
One
There's
more.
who
Oh,
else, brother?
sorry.
No, no, go ahead. Help
One
me out.
more.
I remember.
Okay, we have. See, I came 2 years ago, almost three now. I came into this with the Dane, and I settled in with Chief Holiday. So it's Chief Holiday, 1-1 Truth Searcher.
Yes, 111
And
Truth Searcher.
yeah, power.
Powerful. Yes, he is definitely
Yeah,
awesome when it comes to that. What would you say, the geography and the history part of things, and kind of deciphering that. He has a good eye for that stuff.
yeah, just broad. Like Truth Searcher done came up on live. I mean, several times it just like gave me confirmation on several things. So um, root words is powerful, like because
Yes,
through him, I I learned everything with man. Like man is hands on. So man, you fasting anything with MAN at the beginning of it. That's you putting in work. So root words, like all them are like part of
Huey P.
a
Nuisance
quick
with
fast.
spelling in the
Yeah,
words. We can't forget my bro.
mhm,
Huey P.
yeah,
Nuisance. It's nuisance, Nusense. So you guys don't confuse it with the Huey P. Nuisance. Newton. So yeah. I think
hmm
Janice, Chief Janice. Oh my gosh, how we forget
yeah,
about her?
yeah.
The one lady that actually goes over all the land patents. So if you're a person that's like trying to find some patents, or how do you look up the land patents to find the roots of your ancestors' land patents, Chief Janice, she's also on YouTube, so she gives a lot of information. She's very detailed as well. Aboriginal Power actually had someone on. Do you remember the name, brother? I wish I could remember the name, because he actually is the one that went over.
UBTV.
Amani Bay.
UBTV.
He had Amani Bay. So I'm assuming
Oh, okay,
Amani.
okay.
Yes, yes, he's on YouTube as well, giving up information, let you know about the roots and things of this nature. So coming into the YouTube, there's a lot of information. When you're looking for different things, you can find pretty much anything you want to find when it comes to this particular information. You know what I mean? So, did you want to say something about that, brother? Sorry about that. And A1,
Oh,
A1 is
yeah,
another one for the
yeah,
Aboriginal sector.
yeah. All them like I can't. Dane was probably the most like put together as far as the overall, but
No,
um.
we don't even talk about that dude on here. Dane Calloway. Anybody
Oh no,
listening?
yeah, yeah, yes, but
No,
I'm just
I don't even
saying.
want to mention it. Bro, hold on. I
Okay.
know what you're saying. Listen, hear me and listen to what I'm saying,
Mhm.
please, real quick, if you don't mind.
Okay.
What I'm saying
Yes,
is,
ma'am.
I do not want to mention that person that has come behind others. I've seen him. with information. I didn't really know too much about him until coming to YouTube. I see how he's been scamming people. I see all of the stuff that's been going on with this YouTube nonsense. I saw how he disrespected rudely an elder, not to mention a known elder, Judge Joe Brown. The disrespect, so he deserves no mention at all. And as far as the information, most of his information is never really clear. It's not really like he's telling you anything that you can't research yourself. He's brought nothing new to the
Hmm.
table. Unfortunately, I have to say that, brother, and it's the fact. I mean, and I'm not just trying to, be on either side because I deal with certain people in the YouTube, but I have my own perspective. As you know, I speak my own mind. I don't give a dang about nothing else.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, I just wanted
like
to say because I definitely don't give that good brother any type of respect. I just have to note that.
I I feel you on that. So I see where like actions speak louder than words, but that's what caught my eye to bring me into this. So I feel you, but
Mm,
because the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree because his dad is a scammer. So I've been reached that understanding, but I'm just giving just what was a shining star, regardless, that got me to see Africans African Americans ain't African. Like it's a broad brand after that. I'm I'm just saying like that was just the portal. That's all.
understandable. Now,
Yeah,
when it
yeah,
comes to
yeah.
that, when you say that, so you're saying that that particular person, I'm not mentioning the name, they brought you to the attention of Africans and Aborigines being totally different. Is that what you're saying, brother? Just to verify.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Oh, oh, okay. Like without greedy vegan, I wouldn't have ran into Sir Drop to know about Brother Sanchez. I mean, Bro Sanchez. So there's just certain things that just destined. You
Okay,
feel
I
me?
see. Yes. Now, so
That's
from your
all.
perspective, brother, so you grew up, you were one of the persons that grew up and hearing these Afro American theories or these Afro American stories. You believe that you possibly your roots did come from Africa. Are you saying that? Are you saying that
No,
you were one of the
no.
persons?
I chalk it up to like my life experience is my best master teacher. I wasn't caught up. I'm in Florida and we have two HBCUs. I'm kind of embarrassed to say that I've never been to the Florida Classic. None of those HBCUs classic games. So I I I I missed certain things. Like I didn't do the best in school due to my speech, but that shielded me. Like I didn't get too hung up on Africa. Like, of course, you know, they had the stage with the African medallions, but that was just a fact to me. So coming back, having to get around some Kemet stuff, that's new to me, but it's supposed to be new because I don't take things for granted. Like I'm looking at the same Kemet things, but on the genetics, on like the scientific side. So our life experience is our best master teacher overall. Let's get it.
So now, when it comes to me, let me give you my perspective. I never believed that either. I always knew, like I said, there was like Indian, that word Indian, the Indian. I'm just becoming aware of Aborigine. So this is another thing that I want my audience to be aware of. I brought Chief Sun out. I don't know if you saw that program, but we did have Chief this Sun out on. She went over a lot of the indigenous information, the Aboriginal information, the Indian information. We kind of solidified the difference in those three. Chief Holiday came on. He kind of broke down the difference when he came on talking about his trailer. You guys, we do have that movie coming out with Chief Holiday. I'll be giving out more information toward the end of this month. He's going to have a premiere of it, so maybe I'll be able to share some of that with you guys as well. So, learning the difference, when we think about an Indian, right? An Indian is a person that is a title. So this is one of the titles of the persons that were one of the actors or actresses that came over and played a role to try to, pretend to be the Aboriginal people, right? Indigenous is just the indigenous to whatever area or land or place that someone is. So when a person hears indigenous, they think that that's a Indian per se or Aboriginal per se, but the difference is that it's just indigenous to that person's land. So with the difference in that, right, and we're thinking about all the things that make us Aboriginal, right, original to this earth, like we are running off the planet. The planets run off us. All this energy that is being surplus on this universe, and most of it is being manipulated, brother. And I think that a large part of the indigenous or the Aboriginal community being caught up in the placement of the land is because of the mental state of being. We've been abused. We've been through so much. We've had so many things taken from us. We've had our memories. The main thing is the memories. When we get on the subject or the thing that actually is the broken part of our entire Aborigine, community, or the persons that actually are Aboriginal to this land, we've been broken in so many ways. So when it comes to the mental is kind of the hardest thing to like straighten out, I guess, or to clear up per se. So when it comes to that and being broken in the mind and trying to get that in the right place, do you think it's more important or prevalent to focus on what happened in the past, the things that went on in the past, clearing up these things, or should we more so be focusing on the mind state, getting our minds right, being more Aborigine or being original to this land? That takes a person more back to being either earth or a spirit being, right? So being an earth or a spirit being, knowing their place or their placement in this land and being able to stand in that to actually be able to take control or overtake, these boundaries in the mind and, maybe step into that place. What do you think about that, brother?
Um, to to each its own. Places where you're strong at. I will focus on areas where you're not well versed at. Those are the areas that we lack knowledge on. Say the question again. I'm driving, so I gotta kind of stay on
Well,
focus on something.
sure, brother. Simply said, is it more? Do you think it's more prevalent that they should focus on these things of the past, like the history, what happened, when, where, how, blah blah blah,
Oh, okay,
or
okay, okay.
focusing more on being the Aboriginal beings, which are the earth and spirit people, the people that actually tend to this earth and universe because it's a part of us, basically. Being more focused on those things versus caring about what happened or what went on per se.
Okay. Yeah. So each his own, but
Hmm.
there's some people that could handle that. Like I don't mind going in the past. I don't. I mean, I do a better job not staying stuck in the past. But there are certain things that make now, the past, present, and future. So your history is in the past. So
True.
to each his own, but you gotta tap into that if you're a historian of your family.
Hmm. So there needs to, so would you maybe agree that there needs to be more of a balance of that?
Yeah, a balance.
More
Yeah,
recently,
yeah.
I know when I came around to the YouTube, I started, hearing a lot about, oh, the spiritual stuff or this and that. The era that I started in with, like, you and like the Huey P and wisdom, all you guys, you guys are on that tip. And when it comes to like the actual Aboriginal area, right? I thought they'd be more fine tuned to that stuff, right? So it's more kind of brushed off. More recently, I'm hearing a little bit more about, the spirituality and things of that nature. But um, I just feel like there's not enough balance for a person to stand in their truth per se, for a person to really know, their strengths and the things that would help to elevate even in the areas that they're striving for now when it comes to the issues that they have that they're pressing. If they were able to stand in maybe in a more spiritual area and take these battles on in those areas, right? Because right now there are so many things that are that the battles are more so uh prominent than the physical battles, per se. There's a lot going on that may be able to be tackled if there was more of a spiritual connection, and if there was more practice in those areas, even from the days of old, the things that the ancestors used to do. These are the things they used to do. They actually put out the gunpowder from some of these attackers when they tried to attack them, and they did things to make it rain so that they couldn't shoot them. So they got the gunpowder wet. They knew how to operate with nature. We I mean, I'm just saying the metaphysical and the spiritual, being able to handle ourselves in a proper way, right? Being solar star children per se, being a people of the universe and the earth, being made and comprised of the same thing, that the exact same thing that the universe is made of, and actually living and being our heart vibrating and living off of the actual same frequency and vibration as this earth. Even these things being so phenomenal to, a natural being. So if we focus more on these things, do you think that may help in these areas, is what I'm trying to say? Do you think that maybe if they were to stand like, hey, we need to be more like our ancestors where they were spiritually scalping these nuts. They didn't let none of these, things, you know, um, I guess take over, or take a strong foundation over them. They were able to handle these things with like the spiritual battles. You know what I'm saying, brother? What do you don't think that's important? I know you've gotten a little bit more into the spiritual stuff, so I want to kind of hear your insight on that. You don't think that that's kind of important? Do you think that would be or make a difference if that was possible?
Okay. Yeah. It's about being balanced, and you have to kill the flesh of the worldly desires. We, everything about us, our hands, everything about us is physical, is carnal, is tangible. Tapping into the spiritual side, that's your willpower. Without that, there's no imagination. There's a balance, there's a duality on everything. There was a justice and an injustice. So tapping into that side, you kill the flesh of 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 the worldly desires. Look at, even though it is what it is, the Amish, they're anti-government, anti-medical, anti-education. So they live with certain technology, but certain things they don't worry about the new car that the latest, you know what I'm saying? This and that. That comes with a cost. It's a sacrifice. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing.
We need to be more capable, right, of receiving certain downloads, right, and light codes, and the insight from ourselves that our ancestors have passed down to us. They passed down lots of great prominent information, these things that we don't ignite within ourselves to be able to connect and use these energies, use these powers, use these things that we were born with, the things that they try to disseminate and cut us away from. But we have these natural abilities. And until we are tapping into these things, we will not or ever have the power to be able to do these things that people keep trying to strive for, is the way that I see it. So in order to do that, we need to make sure that we are prepared, because this is a time. If a person's mind is weak right now, right, what's happening is they're going to be manipulated, used, ciphered, literally like they're energy vampires that'll be out here manipulating them throughout the day, continuously every day. You have to be at a certain level to be able to manipulate the matter in the ether that we are in, right? Because we're made of the same consistencies. And if we know how to balance ourselves and use these things in a proper way, we can actually reinforce certain things and manifest things that will be able to get us into a proper state. Because
Whoa, 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 whoa.
we can will these things into being. You said something about willpower earlier. Willpower, that word means will, the will and the power to do. When you have the will is something that's turning. So you're turning that will. You're making that power. So the willpower just gives you the power to do something, right?
Yeah. So when you create, regardless, you are manipulating, huh? A producer. I
Yeah.
see it more and more now from just when I try to create. All of that is stock, basic footage. So a lot of the content is at a basic stock level. The producers take it, the content creators, whatever, take it and put their spin to it. You're manipulating. So whoever made us, it was a genetic manipulation. Uh, anytime you create, you manipulate. Huh? Let's get it.
Yes, anytime that you create, that it's funny you say that. Anytime you create, you manipulate, or you can be manipulated, right? So that's that H spot, right? So we'll look at it as what do you call it? Like say a weight, the handlebars of a weight, right? And you know how that weight sit on the end of it. So let's look at that as the H, right? So this is that's what we're kind of balancing, right? And then it's like you get stuck. Sometimes it's you that's making the decision, and a lot of times it's other things that are making the decision. You think you may have the control, but the manipulation of a person, by the matter is very easy, especially when a person's still of the world. They're being more caught up or manipulated into the physical things.
Yeah. Hey, I can't talk much. I'm on the road, but I'll listen to on you. All right?
Sounds good, brother. And what I'm going to do real quick, we want to thank Copper Tone for joining us so we can get a little insight, just having a general open discussion on, our thoughts on what's going on. There's a lot going on when it comes to the mental state. The mind state is being so, this is crazy. It's so much I want to say about it. It's crazy, from this meta world stuff to using the metabolic frequencies to manipulate people, that coming into the thing that just happened with the death of all these people, and these portals being open literally in front of people's face, the stage, and the things that they were doing people actually feeling like they were being pulled into hell. That's a frequency, that's the energy, that's a vibration for these young people to actually say that. Children don't speak like that. For them to speak in a religious way, even that was petrifying for their mind, something that they probably will never ever be able to get over for a long time. I could say that. Thanks so much, you guys, for tuning into the main radio. Yeah, so make sure you guys are tuning in Sunday and Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm going to make sure I have something good for you guys Sunday. Didn't have anything planned, but you know me, it could be anything great. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning into the main radio. You have been listening to Sister Soul. If you're interested in listening to the rest of this conversation, you can go join us at sistersoul.com. And yeah, we'll be going from there. Thanks so much for uh, uh, joining us today. Copper, did you have anything to say before we close out over there, sir?
Oh, nah,
Your new channel, brother. I'm sorry, I don't remember. It just changed.
yeah, it's tinfoil media, and I got one more strike on my Coppertone presents. But catch me on your platforms more and more, because we vibe good. Fight it. I'm broad, so maybe later on I'll be in with on joke mode, but it's all about just being well rounded. Thank you very much. This is Copper, so thank you. Appreciate you.
All right, all right. All right, guys. So we'll be tuning in Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's a great one. All right. Anybody want to hop up and talk about anything right now? I'm up. I don't have to get off right now. I'm going to drop the link. And if you guys would like to join me and my boy Copper just for a conversation, because now it's just us. Me and my
Hey,
YouTube family. What's up? Yeah, bro. What's up?
hey, break down meta. What it what it what it means to you.
What does it mean to me?
Yeah. Meta. Like for the ones that don't know, like I don't know
Okay.
much about it, but yeah. Let's get it.
Okay, so basically, I'm gonna say this with the meta, right? Well, people got to understand there's something called Metatronic reversal, right? With the Metatronic reversal, that is like something that affects like a certain coding that we have, right? So there's a Metatronic code. What it is, it's something that our body runs off. When I was talking earlier about like the frequency, this, and that. So when it comes to that, in regard to like symbols and sacred geometry, things of that nature you have to think about. So these things, that's what I be saying when I say about the crystallization in the body, this, and that. These things are hijacked for negative purposes because it's a certain energy, right? Such as like black magic and stuff like that. So this is something that each one of us has to find like certain personal discernment within ourselves and connect with so that we know how to guard that. We're not allowing things to come in and surplus our energy taken away from us. We need to be gaining our energy at this time. This is a time for you to be enhancing yourself, getting stronger. We're going to be doing that a lot naturally because of the things that are going on within the universe, that we are picking up certain energies and our bodies are being activated by certain codes and things right now. So that's going to happen. But there are certain things that are going on that are blocking these things. And it's something that is called our Metatronic code. You can look it up. You can look up the Metatronic code. So the Metatronic code is consistent with like our body's 12D shield, basically. That's like your binary coding, the way that you're constructed or simulated, so on and so forth. So the Metatronic code is based basically off of like two bi-wave influences of something with the Vesica Pisces and in certain reversals, so changing things and making things different. This is what I was saying earlier. Damn, that's what I didn't finish saying on the show. Damn it. I was getting into the H thing and I got distracted earlier. But yeah, when it comes to the H, right? The H thing is like when I say that hollow space, that invisible area, this is where people um Great day, brother. How are you? Thanks so much for coming up. How you doing?
Hey, please, let me fix let me turn off what I was listening to so I can hear you. Hold on just a second.
Sure. So let me finish what I was saying real quick then. So basically when it comes to that Metatronic code.
All right.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, brother. How you doing? Welcome to the platform. Appreciate you for coming up. What's on your mind?
Peace, peace. So I appreciate everything that you're doing. Hold on just a second. Let me yeah, there. I appreciate everything you're doing. So the topic of conversation tonight is interesting to me, especially when you were speaking on the Travis Scott thing. I had a question for you.
Yes.
Okay, and some of the stuff that I saw in regards to the concert, certain individuals, well, what they showed initially was that the brother he was out there chanting.
Oh yeah.
So and you know, me personally, you know what I mean, I give praise to the Most High, you know what I mean, I give praise to the matriarch, so on and so forth, and I recognize who Hey and High and the symbolism and what it stands for. You got
Yes.
certain individuals, you have certain individuals that are going a little bit deeper as far as the Algonquin language, and you know, and associating it with Hebrews and Muskegon and Muskogee being associated with Phoenician. You know what I mean? That's what you get when you get to studying. So you have to be able to differentiate between what's real and what's not. I don't have all the answers, but I would really love you to elaborate because you are so proficient. You're extremely proficient. You're very well spoken, and I love the way you talk. Um, in regards to the chanting, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
it's almost you already know when our people get to screaming out hallelujah and so on and so forth. You know, it's higher,
Mhm.
higher. You know what I mean? It's higher. You know what I mean? So when these brothers get on stage and get to doing that from all these people, maybe did it have something to do with the energy didn't really belong to the people that he was chanting to,
Right.
or did it have something to do with maybe radio frequency that it was putting out into the crowd that for folks that may have been vaccinated, and
Yes.
maybe the metal in their bodies started doing something that they wasn't used to, so
Yes.
they felt everything like we feel normal.
Mhm.
We feel that normal maybe, and they just wasn't used to it. I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'll step back.
He was brother. He kept saying yes, yes. He was saying yes. That's what he was chanting. He kept saying yes, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. So when he's doing that, I'm thinking like, who is he saying yes to? Like yes to the souls, yes to them going, yes to take them, yes they gone. It was yes to everything because he just kept saying yes, and he was saying it in a tone. When I heard the tone, I'm like, oh, I just like turned it off. It was a very low distinctive frequency. It's funny that you said that about the voice. That's why when I was seeing it, I decided I didn't really want to do a video on it. You know, I don't mind commenting on it, but I don't want to give a lot of energy to it. As far as I didn't want to give a video because doing that, it's like how can I say it's just it's helping everything that he was doing, everything that he was opening up to bring in and take things away, trying to imbalance the proper energies on this earth to the negative energies, because that's what he was doing. Basically, that's what the whole thing was about. The other dude, what's his name, Kanye, he started it. It was a prelude. People didn't even notice that. He did the same thing. It was slightly different though. He sat there, he did a whole freaking he sat in that studio, not a studio, what is it? The stadium. And at the end of that stadium, right, he did a whole raising through the portal out of the stadium. Did you see that, brother?
Actually, no, I didn't. I'm a part of a Discord. I'm a part of Darkman Discord. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them.
No,
But
you said Dark Man Discord.
yeah, Dark Man X. He deals with a lot of civil issues and so on and so forth. It's a small group that actually go into detail, but you know what I mean. Folks are trying to put something together in there. I hope, as far as some type of study group or something like that.
Okay.
So we can get on the civil things as far as traveling and folks walking in their private and public capacities and so on and so forth.
I'm interested in that, brother. I'm gonna put my information in the back chat. That's the type of stuff I like to put out so that our people are privy to certain information. So I don't know a lot about that, but I know about being private. But if you are instructing and helping people, we definitely might could link up about that. So I'm gonna put my information back there at a later date. We could talk about that.
Oh,
But yeah,
that's fine. That's
but yeah,
it's not necessarily me. I wouldn't say that. I'm a student. I am a student. I'd put that
oh,
out there.
okay,
But the brother, yeah, the brother is well abrased, and you know what I mean. I've been dealing with the brother for some years, so I may know some things, but there, it's some brilliant cats. There's some brilliant cats in that chat. Once they get to going in there, you know what I
hmm
mean. If you've never really started to link off into anything else outside of history, it's another study. It's like we continue to find information as far as the history, as far as the origine or the indigenous of the Americas is concerned.
And what is
Uh,
the platform again, brother? I'm sorry. Would you give that again?
it's Dark Man X TV. It's they have a podcast called Shatabi Media. Um, I'll go ahead and I'll send you the link to the
Okay.
podcast if I'm able. If anything in the back check, maybe you can if it's possible, because I'm not. I can get on the computer and do a little something something, but I don't be on the computer playing like that. So
Okay.
maybe if you send me if you send if I can have like a private email, something that maybe all the subscribers or something can send something to, I'll send you something, and I'm shot to high bill,
Okay.
and that's how you get to it.
Okay. That sounds good. Great. Great. So yeah, I'm gonna put my info back here. Then you could just reach out to me, brother. Okay. I appreciate that. Yes. So yeah, he did the same thing, right? And he had the people. Now check this out. Hold on. Let me do this real quick because I'll get distracted. I want to finish this. So what he did, he had all the people come in. First off, they had to have the vax, right, in order to go there. And when they got there, they locked them in there. They were not allowed to leave. They forced these people to stay there. People, something he was doing, I can't recall exactly what it is, so I don't want to lie, but he was doing something where a lot of people were uncomfortable and they decided they was leaving. They wanted to leave. They had armed guards there. They would not allow them out the stadium. And then at the end of it, he did this raising through the ceiling, through the portals of the ceiling, had it like looking like a portal. So this is something that they're doing to bring in certain energies and things of that nature. People, a lot of people are not aware of these things, but I mean, it literally is going on right before our eyes.
Well, in the Discord, one of the brothers actually had one of his brothers that was actually at the concert. So what he did was is he put a clip in him talking to his brother. We were talking in the Discord, and he was like, "Well, look, bro, you know what I'm saying? This is word of mouth from the
Mm,
horse's mouth about what was actually going on." Now, what he said was that folks was in there high. They was in there doing dope, and what they be doing in there is that mosh pit stuff. I'm trying to make
mm.
sure I don't. I'm trying to make sure I don't use profanity. They be doing that mosh pit stuff, and in the midst of them
What is
doing
that,
that,
brother? I'm
depending on
sorry.
mosh pit. Okay, you know how them white
Yeah.
boys go to. You know how they go, and they had them hard rock, super hard rock concerts, and they be in there head butting each other, jumping all over each
Okay.
other and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, them those are mosh pits. So what Travis Scott, you know what I mean? Whatever that brother does, what he tried to do was he recreated it, but with a hip hop tone to it. And while all of that was going on, folks was busting through walls. They was running around. Folks was high, probably drunk, dehydrated, and these was kids. Now, the thing on my part is that they're doing this to kids. They're allowing kids to do this to see because they know that these kids is in the state of mind that they in. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? They know that they in the state of mind that they in. And it doesn't mean that there were no adults there, but as far as all the pedophilia, as far as all as far as the agenda, and I don't want to speak too much on your platform, and I don't want to flag it, but as far as all the agendas going on in the world right now, that's the
Mm-hmm.
perfect haven for certain individuals in power that are trying to push a certain agenda to do what they want to do because they completely out of their mind. They're completely out of their mind.
Nah.
So he left a clipping. He left a clipping in there, and his brother was breaking down how now it's not to say that there is not another side to the story, but at the same time, you will at least be able to hear one perspective of the story from somebody that was actually there. You know what I mean? And it me personally, I mean, I would think that's any people of color. That's like when you see the scary movies or something like that, and they always posting stuff up about what brothers do and then what so-called white folk do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like if you see it, you hear something that don't look right, you're gonna be ready to run. You're gonna be ready to immediately get on, right? And then
Right.
other folks want to stay there and want to go through the whole process or whatever it is. Okay, if now there was one brother that I saw, you know what I mean, that came on and said that it felt like he was in hell, and then he said as soon as the music started playing or something like that, everybody started bobbing and weaving together and so on and so forth. But that's some frequency stuff, and that's why I asked the question in regards to the chanting that we do.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I asked you that. Like, you know what I mean? Okay, so now these brothers found a way to go ahead and synchronize the megahertz that go into these frequencies,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually put it to use, and that's what happened. Like, so that's why I asked the question. So I heard what you said. I heard your response on it, but is it any deeper than that? Do you think?
So okay, I don't think I really knew what you were saying at first. So you're saying that the frequency that the young man was saying that they were raising or basically playing with the frequency is what it sounds like. They were doing something with it. He was making this weird noise. They were doing the drugs on top of it. So they got these chemicals going in them. But there's something else. Now, did he say anything to you about hearing about people getting pricked with the needle?
No,
Oh,
but no, he didn't say anything about folks getting pricked with the needle. But what he did say is that folks were so close and tight packed together
hmm.
that if you even wanted to try to escape and run from something in any type of case of emergency, you couldn't. So that alone is a fire hazard. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you would think that folks are coming in signing something saying that okay, there's a chance that something can happen to me. Why do you want to go to something, or why do you want to buy a ticket saying like, listen, something can happen to me if I go to this
Right.
concert, right? You know what I mean? It because of a situation just like this one. And the crazy part about it is our brothers and sisters is not gonna take heed to what they saying. They're gonna end up going to something else thinking that it might be an R&B concert or something like that. And folks is gonna be so
Right.
jam-packed in it, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean, they're gonna be so jam-packed to the extent where if you wanted to exit, you couldn't. You know what I mean? So you would have to finish what you came, but you would have to finish what you paid for. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's the reason I asked the question that I asked. You know what I mean? And I'll go ahead and release the mic. I don't want to come on here and talk too much. And sister, I really appreciate all that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the tribes. I'm Shatahaya. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Appreciate you,
Uh,
brother.
yeah, I appreciate. I extremely appreciate too. You are considered one of the matriarchs to me, even though you speak on the matriarchs and the matriarchs are real. You are the matriarch as well. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get off and thank you. Maybe I'm gonna get off and maybe you can go ahead and elaborate on it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go ahead and send you that information that you were
Yes.
talking about before I jump off. And yeah, check it out. The civil thing is really cool over there.
Okay. Okay. I will. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks so much for joining us for a quick minute. I appreciate you.
All right. Peace.
So, yes. So on that, now that he said that, thinking about that, so yeah, all those things combined, this is just what I was talking about when it comes to that the frequency of the Metatronic code, right? The coding is so easy to be manipulated. So thinking about that, when he was said something about the music, I wasn't even thinking about that, and certain vibrations that are sent through that music. We do talk about that all the time. It actually hits the melanin. So think about that frequency hitting the melanin, right? The melanin picking up that vibration, the energy is electrified within it. So there's like 15 volts of magnetic energy that goes to the melanin cell when it gets activated. So that would heat up the plasma in the body. This is what gives certain that's what gives all that Christos. So if we're thinking about the Christos in that, right? And that actually messing with or altering, right? The crystal code that actually creates the limited supply of energy in the light body, right? And in what is our what is it the modified coding of our body and everything that it does within us, each and every particular cell, and it wouldn't circulate properly, right? If there's an interference. So it wouldn't be able to receive the energy that it needs to directly um, energize the cells properly to make sure that they are doing what they need to do. So now when that music, like the brother said, hits it, now they already have one thing going on. Let's say the ones with the drugs. So it was, oh my gosh, if y'all see how packed that stadium was, it was crazy. So it was so many people. So if let's say just very few of them were doing any type of drug, so any type of alteration chemical to your body, right? And then that's that. Then having the thing with the frequency that they were sending off. Then being in the environment itself. People don't understand or know how the energy itself is enough. I ain't gonna get into that.
Yeah.
The
Hey,
energy.
hey.
Go ahead,
Oh,
brother. I'm sorry, because man,
I get it.
I'm just thinking all kind of stuff now.
Oh, no. I got it. I got it. Hey, shouts out to the brother that was up. Dark Man X. That's the the I know a little about Dark Man X. He changed his name, but he's on, you know what I'm saying, that law stuff. But that's powerful. This my spin on it. Damn man, I need to do some fucking. I need to go viral, man. Damn man, this is the time. See, I'm a I listen to Travis Scott music. Like Astro World was probably that was a good ass album. Different. This is the junkie era. Our era was selling dope gangsters. Now they're on it, but far as a musician, he writes, raps, and makes beats. So he's a 2.0 Kanye West. That's 6 degrees of separation. That's Kanye West's brother-in-law. So what you were saying that they're pulling off of that same aspect. That's the weird shit that Kanye West is tied to Jay Z. That's Jay Z big brother. I mean, that's Kanye West big brother. So doesn't Jay Z Spirit Cook, the lady that got knocked off that snitches, she runs Rock Nation, but there's so many degrees of separation. And not forget Kim K. Mama. She's a madam, huh? She is what holds the family down. She's the madam manager. So she got Bruce Jenner. She cast the spell on Bruce Jenner because Bruce Jenner would have came out the closet when he won all them gold medals in the Olympics in the 70s. So you don't wait till you damn near 80 years old for somebody to want to blow your back out. So um, it's tied to Travis Scott with this. See, I listen to Travis Scott, the highest in the room. So he makes that type of music. He probably do a little bit of the drugs. I done heard cocaine references, Molly's and all that. It is what it is. But tapping into that, they was all high as hell. So That brings another vibraness. And last, a bitch didn't give a damn. They wanted to participate in hell. What, it was 50,000? Just imagine what happened the last 2 years. That was the most major populist music event since the shutdown, huh? That's the Super Bowl of the fucking
Exactly.
shits because, like I say, I know he is the Michael Jackson of this era, huh? Huh? McDonald shows that, so he's tapped into. He's Kim K's baby mama. Kim K's sister is the baby mama, huh? She already at 1 billion, huh? Man, they
Mm.
tapped into different things, so he could have known, but just on the musician level. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Anything's
But it
possible,
was
but
set
this
up.
is my
It
cup of tea.
bro, it was set up.
Let's get it.
Did you see the portal that he had on his stage? Did you see the shirt he had on showing the entities going through the portal? One, the red one coming in and the blue one coming out. He had what else was going on? The whole thing was just bizarre as hell. The chanting, like the brother said, he was doing the chanting
Okay,
and he was
so
saying
so so
yes, yes in a certain mellow tone. Brother,
some
it was
is so yeah. So we already been we're hypnotized, man. They get to you by the music. So music
yeah,
is all the soundtracks to our lives, and the first make good music because we're tied to this bitch. Huh?
right,
Don't even go there, but yeah, yeah, man.
right.
They're working on. They got they don't. It's Kim K done. I mean, the family done with Kanye West because he left the Masters. He left ownership, made Kim K the head of the Yeezy brand and all that. So it was a get out, huh? Huh? Remember? No, don't forget. Remember, Ye was at his get out stage. So the mom, Kim K mom, is a fucking Madam, she is the get out woman, and she possibly it was a fucking oh man, I'm going there. Sorry, forgive me, but Jay Z, Becky with the good hair, that was Beyonce code by code saying that bitch, that was Kim K with the good hair because somehow,
Mm.
some way, the mama possibly caught Jay Z banging Kim K, and the mom jumped in to make it a threesome. But yes, they came up with a diabolical plan to get control of Kanye West's masters. He's a he's a creator. He's a Gemini. Huh? Straight creator. Don't know
Well,
about business.
well,
Let's get it.
it
My
sure
bad.
took me a long time to get that album going, and word on the streets. I mean, this just from family and people and friends, in the Chicagoland area. Homeboy been known to be stealing shit. He always Kanye done stole people music forever before he was known like
Yeah, that's
Kanye.
what they
So I'm just
do.
saying that real
Look.
quick,
Okay.
bro. And look,
Okay.
look, look,
Yeah.
this hold on. What you supposed to say? I
Yeah.
forgot. What you supposed to say? That's a allegedly. That's allegedly. But look, this from firsthand people I'm talking about. I grew up with and family members, and I have family in the music industry. So I'm just saying.
Wait. Look. Okay. Hurt people. I mean, yes. Look.
Yeah.
He is the Dr. Dre of, you know what I'm saying? But they put certain things together like P. Diddy not no musician like making the actual music, but he got a sound, he got a vibe, he got a feel. He's a arch those are architects regardless. Now there's new that's not surprising because Jay-Z is less creative that he needs to cling on to Kanye for whatever creative comes with that. So they mesh, but with with the queen of the beehive. They say that once they so famous that hunger gone, that they be out and about and just see talent and just take it. So if they have to go behind and settle a little class action, I mean a little lawsuit, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing. They need that content to keep it moving. Like
Mm,
always. Let's get it.
that's right. Bro, I swear I was just on the doing something on my phone. I apologize. I didn't hear the last thing you just said. Just get me on point. I'm sorry.
Okay. So what you're saying about Kanye taking things from people? Okay, but he is one of the gatekeepers on. He's a producer that needs, I mean, gets this and this, and look, he manipulates. Huh? You might what a a producer like that samples. They be wanting to run down on the sample game because people take something that is stock and then they put their little spin to it. But
Right, right.
the higher you get,
Steal it. No.
your 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 hunger goes away. But Geminis, like it's a bunch of Geminis that's creative that makes look Kanye West,
Not that he's
Prince.
not creative, bro. Now, hold on. Let me say
Okay,
this
yeah,
too,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
just to verify.
yeah. Mhm.
He's very creative, but in the same sense, that doesn't take away from the fact that it's people I know that he's taking some stuff from. Let me just
Yeah,
say that.
I
You
know,
know,
I
and
know.
that's
So
facts too.
let's
I ain't gonna use
say,
alleged that shit.
uh, allegedly, just for the shits and giggles,
Okay,
but
allegedly,
it's
yeah.
it's not past me. I listen to Kanye West, so I'm not in my feelings. That's about right because
It's the star stuff, bro. This the thing, right? All this is this star stuff. Kanye came out, and everybody went crazy over Kanye. Then he went crazy. He just started acting nutty because of the situation he put himself in or whatever. But people be looking at these people like the stars, the this, the that. They're a freaking nobody. They're nobody important. Like they get on. I got all these millions. I got all these billions. I got this. I own this. I own that. What do you really actually own? I'm really confused as to which one of these damn people actually is even doing half of the stuff that they say about I'll say 70% of the people that people look up to or they hold as some type of validity, half these people don't even have a career at this point. So many people are literally arrested and serving time right now. Some people have even been executed that people don't know about. And a
yeah,
lot of these
yeah,
people have
yeah.
actors out here. Hold on.
My bad,
They
sis.
got actors, they got and they don't think this is freaky or weird. It's nothing but a test tube baby or incubator baby taken and just grown um uh inorganically. That's all it is. It's nothing weird. It's easy as science. It's some simple shit. I mean, I'm sorry to say that, but I get so frustrated because when I be talking about stuff, I hate to say certain things because I'm like, dang, they be thinking I'm crazy. They gonna think this sounds this the way because
Okay,
people don't
okay.
understand or understand what's going on. And it's a fact that
Let
this stuff be going on.
okay.
I literally, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna do a live on it one day. Almost 3 years ago, bro. Right? I literally did a live letting everybody know that when they did the tribunals, when they did the trials, when freaking George Bush dad, when he was executed, when George Bush was actually giving his papers, letting his ass know you're gonna be locked the fuck up. Listen, listen, these
Oh, let's
people
get it,
playing games.
guys.
Listen, these people playing games, and I'm really so tired of it, bro. I'm really so tired of it. I'm tired of them playing games. I'm tired of them manipulating people. I'm tired of them. Look, let me show my face so people know I'm so serious right now. Y'all know I really like showing my face, but I want y'all to see I'm so serious. I got the camera turned off. I forgot. I don't like these people looking in my house. But these people have been doing this stuff. My hair looking raggedy, y'all, so y'all gotta excuse me. These people have been doing lying. It's a story. They're telling you guys it's one thing, it's something else. Everything is a lie, everything's a manipulation. That's all I want to say.
Sis, man, look here. When I never stayed in one spot like that, roadblocks, man, I went above and I went beyond. But my wife showed me a Facebook post coming soon. I've been saying it, but artificial uteruses. I mean, yeah,
Hmm.
coming soon.
That's so
Sooner
old.
than later, you go, huh? You go to a
That's
there.
old,
Look how they said it. Yes, but it's look, it's coming soon. But who did they research and develop on? The celebrities and all them first. But it's coming just like the Tesla car. Look, now
bro. They
remember
put
the.
listen, people. Sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, I'm saying, sis, look,
I'm
look.
just saying, bro. Yeah,
Remember,
it's so ignorant. But go ahead. I'm listening to you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you
okay,
out, bro. Hit it.
okay. This is what you saying about the test tube babies. Look,
Mm-hmm.
possibly the performer that has the beehive, remember when she was on the Wendy Williams show a couple years, I mean, a while back, and the belly went this way and her body went this way type shit? That the
Bro,
firstborn probably she didn't.
bro. She.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying, sis. Like we're on
You
the
literally
the
bring
same
her up.
wavelength. No, but I'm trying to code it, but sis, what you're saying about
Yeah.
the test tube and all that, you pull up and you already give sperm and all that. They was already there. They ready. You pull up to their establishment and leave your life juices, both mom and dad, and then less than 9 months, we'll give you a text and all to come get
Mhm.
your baby. You ain't even carrying the baby. That's what I'm saying. So, sis,
Bro,
yes, man. Go,
bro,
go
you know
ahead.
how
I'm
many babies
saying,
they look. You know how many, can you imagine how many babies they done made just from the sperm banks alone? You know how many damn sperm banks it was a big thing years ago. You don't hear them talking about it now, but you remember years back, sperm bank, donate, get the money for some sperm, money for some sperm. You don't remember that, bro? When it was a big thing when men was going to donate their sperm?
yeah. Oh, so anything with when they want you to get out there and do it, they need it. So they saying that it's a sperm shortage
Yes.
or plasma gold shortage. No, they want it. It's a purposely done scheme. They need it for some reason. So that's why we all the world, because what I see, sis, do you know that the proteins is what makes like your different genetic things about you, and I done seen that due to tapping into the early man, the Cro-Magnesic Neanderthal, like so
Hmm.
that thing there, that evolution is a scientific one. You know, down saying that certain proteins wasn't in this that was in this that made the brain bigger and all that. Come on, man. I done been in some rabbit holes, man. You can't run nothing past me like that. Hey, let's get it.
Yes, bro. Listen, even listen, this whole thing with these agendas, everything it be like I be looking at it as I'm reading a damn book half the time. Let's do a quick timeline, right? Let's talk about Obama. Obama coming in, right? Him and his so-called family, right? Everybody that was so thrilled called
Go ahead, sis.
Mr.
Go ahead,
Michelle.
sis.
No. Everybody because it's a beautiful president. We never had no this and that. She looked like a man. I know check the him now the fact way him and Bill and Michael. So I'm thinking at it now, like the plan, right? So let's do a timeline. So let's go back to back then. So probably was early 80s. So they were plotting and planning. So we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna take over this, we're gonna have this, we're gonna own this, we're gonna own that, we're gonna fool people this, we're gonna fool the people that, we're part of this, we gotta do this, we already gotta do this, this and that. So we already might as well get our money and boom, boom, boom. So I think they all planned. So they all been a part of all this whole plot or whatever. Anyway, this transgender stuff, bringing that in. Because I see years from now, let's say 15 years from now, right? I can see a headline. I'm telling you, I be seeing this shit in my head. I can see a headline: first transsexual first lady. I could see a headline: transsexual. This one was the first transsexual. Everything will be about a transsexual. This transsexual that, because they ushering all this stuff in. They don't see how that's
Man,
even a part of it, and it's a mental thing.
sis,
It's part of the DE, part
you,
of the AI. It's part of all of the same shit.
oh man,
Go ahead, bro. What you
yeah,
were saying?
sis, listen, sis, you is likely saying that, man, they could run her out in 2024. Look, this is how they would do it. Imagine, I'm looking for it, but it's a little too
Yep.
late. Maybe, imagine, you would vote for him, her, huh? They ain't gotta wait till 15 years, man. They run that, imagine, huh? 20, 2024, huh? You people will vote. They will leave it there, and then she will slickly come out the closet just like Little Nas Booty Boy X, huh? Huh? With Brokeback Mountain. I mean, the Brokeback Mountain Road song.
No,
Huh?
right.
He couldn't do that latest song. What he got out right now? Then no, he had to grease it in. But the sick and saddest thing about it, and I'm saying this, that nigga ain't even gay. He doing it for the money. So just like Little Richard probably, he got just to make it up because they probably sized him. Oh, you gonna play this role here just to make it up on y'all ass. In all 50 states, Little Richard has 2 children, huh? So he got 100 children, huh? Love children, lust children, huh? Let's get it. Who doing this, huh? Who
Are
doing
you
this, huh?
serious?
Yes, I'm serious. I'm dead ass
He got
serious.
a
So
hundred
coming through.
children.
No, I am lightly saying that possibly Little Richard probably wasn't gay. He was doing that role just for somebody got to do it. They feel so possibly he probably made up. He had to look. He's in the closet, so he had to sneak around with women, and he was bussing. So he got love children. So in all 50 states that he done toured in, he got 2 sets of children, huh? Huh? Let's get it.
Hey, two sets of children. Little Richard,
Probably, possibly, but little booty
but they
Nas
look.
X ain't gay. That is
You don't think
that
he gay,
is
bro?
the 11th wonder. I don't know, but that's me lightly just playing with it. But they say that little
Talking shit.
Nas X
Right.
really not gay. He doing that, man. You doing, man? It this looks like a WWE. Huh? You unless you just came out the closet last month that you just happy. I'm coming up, man. You used to that, type thing. But it's all trans. So coming for 2028 possibly, if we make it to this day, coming soon. Michelle, Michael, Michelle possibly be running as a Democratic. She'll win, huh? She's a shoe
Michael
in, and by
Jordan.
then, yes, Megan the Stallion will
Mm-hmm.
do all of the soundtrack
Mm-hmm.
music for the White House for the
Mm-hmm.
Democrat national conference. I mean, conference thing. Coming soon. Megan Stallion will do all the music. She will have all the old and young Democrats busting it loose, twerking, twisting it out, transing, Transformers, They warned us, Mama. Thank you for getting me finally the second or third Christmas afterwards. I finally got the Optimus Prime. Mama, I am prepared. Transformers! Bumblebee! Oh, Bumblebee! Transformers! Oh, Beyonce, possibly. I'm sorry. I done went too far. Jay Z, don't send them, man. I'm in my shit now. I better shut up, man. I'm sorry. I done too much. But I'm a Gemini, so I
Look,
can't
it's so
help it. Wait,
many of
wait.
them. I mean,
Let
it was so even. Uh,
let me run down the list real quick of the Gemini. Kanye West, Prince, Tupac, and Biggie. um, 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 Ice Cube, Lauren Hill, um, Angela Jolie shares the same birthday and year with me. Let's get it. Huh? Who's doing this? Let's get it.
Dang. Bro said I'm down with the stars. Y'all stars, huh? Yes, brother. This shit is crazy. When it comes to all the reality of everything and people believing these things, like even like I be on these panels and I just be talking or listening or sometimes I'll try to say something about whatever, but they be talking about things like, oh, the president this or the this and that. It's like there's no freaking president. There's no president. We don't even have a president right now. These damn people
Okay.
are just like sitting by a damn limb. They don't even know what the hell they
Ooh.
gonna do.
Okay,
They don't
that's a
even know
good
what
one there. So
it's
since
no
we
president right now,
uh,
bro.
50-50, so I feel like Donald Trump is running what is left of the corporation
Uh-huh.
from South Florida, huh? They done made that the
Listen,
makeshift White House, huh? Let's get it.
listen, they I okay, this is what I see. The plot and the damn plan. If everybody in America was told, "Oh yeah, everything's been a lie. They done screwed up. We done bust these people for all the things they did. They did this, all these different crimes against humanity. Blah blah blah. Boom boom boom. Da 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 da. Dee dee dee. If people really seen that, like in their face, people would lose their damn mind, bro. They already indoctrinated and stupid as hell. I'm not to be funny, but it's sad. Our people so blind and ignorant, they don't really want to know nothing. They're scared to know things. They're scared of the power within themselves
Yeah,
because they don't have enough faith
yeah.
or enough confidence in themselves. So they just go ahead and just believe what somebody tell them. I'll just let them tell me what to be because I don't got to try to be what I want to be or need to be or should be or supposed to be. I mean, I'm just saying. So these
Because
people,
grandma.
listen, Copper. So truth, I mean not truth. I'm thinking about Truth Search. I want him to be on my show. I'm ask him to do a live on the main radio because with some of his info. I'm saying it now, so I make sure I do. So with that, Trump, right? What he did once he got everybody arrested and stuff, right? Now there really is nobody running anything. They don't even this not only something that was done in the United States, bro. This is all over. This is why they got all this CV shit or whatever, trying to lie to people with the news, this and that. They have nothing going on. These people ain't got shit going on. They are screwed up. They done messed up. All of their lies have come out. They have been charged. They have been convicted. They are serving freaking listen, they can't do no TV shows, appearances, this, that, da, da, da. It's only certain people that are allowed to do certain things. And when they do, it's certain things or prices that they gotta pay. So what most of these people doing, this is why they can't do no concerts, they're not making no movies, no new movies and stuff. Or, you notice if you notice even, you don't see remember movies used to be coming out every month, every other month. Shit, what new movies really been coming out? You been seeing anything, bro?
Okay.
Just tell me if I'm wrong. I don't really watch TV like that. I don't really watch stuff like that, but I'm just saying I ain't even heard nobody talking about nothing too much. You hear something
Uh,
here and there.
it's movies that come out, but now these could be all of the movies that was made, but then got shelved. But
That's what,
Ibra
that's what I'm saying.
Elvis, about 2 years ago, remember you did a wonderful job with your acting part of it. Oh, I got COVID, but your baby mama slash fiance or whatever, this must was the first time that you acknowledge her in public because she was not up on the scale, huh? She did not look like she could possibly be worried that you had the Jersey 19 Keyshawn and she's around you, but she didn't look stressed out or nothing. And then you pop up in Harder They Fall, huh? Did you have the 19 or what, huh? And I lost my thought, but let me try to get it real quick. Yes. They shut things down. So that rock that you think that is that rock, I'm with you that they gave the dad Bush, the first Bush, the Vice President Bush that was only in term for one
Yes.
term, Bush, they gave
Execute.
him and John
Execute.
McCain, they gave them an option because the Tribune, the world courts
Yep.
came and got them for the deeds that they did, and he was in on.
That's right.
He is a, let me put it like this. He is a Nazi. He was on Team Nazi, huh? So the Lyndon B. Johnson, it showed itself when wherever that space shuttle went, that was a Masonic sign of the Scottish Rite. You know what I'm saying? It was a Southern Mafia type thing, but yes, that's where he got his head.
Broke got cut off. So yeah, this shit crazy. So yeah, everybody. Let me finish this story real quick. So everybody, right, is really locked the heck up. Everybody's in jail. They serving some dang time. Oh, bro, back. They serving some time to really like keep putting these actors and actresses out here to keep distracting people with lies and stories and this going on and this going on. Because if long as they doing, I won't know what's going on, right? So check this out. The story, right? I've been telling you about this playbook for the longest. So this is what's playing out. Now we're at probably chapter 13. Let these people run their shit. The way they're doing, we're about at the chapter of them doing everything to try to cover up. So they're running, they're buying up everything that they can get. They doing everything with this so-called fiat. They got everybody investing in the crypto, the stock market, all these things. And what's gonna happen is they're going to run with people's money. They're going to have all these people invested. They're going to take people's money and they're going to be gone. The ones that are out, there are a couple of people that are in hiding. They not talking about it, but these people in hiding, they running shit. They in secret places. They done took money and put it over across seas, and they all this so called stuff shut down with these businesses and stuff. These businesses and stuff shut down because they had to file bankruptcy because these CEOs and things they done took money and they done left and ran and went some damn where. Some of the ones that know that they had
So,
citations out on their ass and they was about to be arrested. But go ahead, bro. What you was about to say on that?
so this just came to me, but it's, look, that Theo Espin thing was, look, he is still here. He basically, what I lightly looked into, he was working with all the toys of the CIA. He was
Who
so
did you say,
vested
bro? I didn't hear
in
the name.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They built him up to where somebody got to have, that was a plant that, look, somebody got to have
Somebody had to take
evidence
the fall.
on all of the major corporation players, politicians, everything in
Listen,
that, all the
listen, bro.
wealth.
Remember they said,
Yeah,
listen, remember when they said that the Epstein dude killed himself, right, in the cell?
yeah. That was a lie.
Okay. That's what I was about to say. That they gave him immunity because he turned evidence on so many of these people, especially the actors. See, he knew everybody because they was coming to his island. So he done turned evidence against most of these people. That's why they was able to get a lot of them arrested that they didn't know about, and some of the ones they didn't have no proof on, so on and so forth. So what they had to do was get him out of Dodge because, of course, if he was supposedly arrested, nobody in jail would have seen him. So they had to get rid of him so they could hide him because he turned state evidence on these people.
He became the ultimate witness for the CIA. Man, the CIA man will set up. Man, look here. Anyway, yes. How come the madam, when that court thing start going on, the judge son or child wind up getting killed? She answered the door for a delivery. They sprayed up. So that was a sign, huh? We're going to leave you alive and get your kin. So the higher up you go, it's possibly that they know your kids, how they look and all that, huh? All that. The
Yeah,
same
one of the
thing
did you
that,
know one of the
yeah.
judges, I forgot her name, the lady judge that was a part of it, of some of them trials, right, against some I can't remember exactly who, but they shot her husband right in front of her house
So
sometime either early this year or the ending of last year
yeah.
to
Oh,
give her a
so that
warning to let her
was
know.
the husband. That wasn't the son. The husband. Yeah. See there. So now they worry just like us, but they don't worry about paying bills. They worry about, damn, is this the day that my buffer ends? That my Masonic ties, that the skull and bones. So George Bush, the dad, his day came. John McCain, they day came. For those are just buffers. Those titles hold, oh, this net worth and all that. Bill Gates, a pawn. Because
Yes.
he answers to someone. It's a pyramid scheme, huh? But the foundation has the total power. Us that has the total power, because we make the first cornerstone and all the foundations. Without us, the citizen or slave or employee, indentured servant, this motherfucker wouldn't go. They showed you when they shut everything down 2 years ago. They kept stressing, oh, we have to put money back into the economy. We're the economy. Let's get it.
We are the economy. We run this everything. Could nothing go without us? I mean, it's just crazy how we are letting these people use and surplus our power and energy for their means. And we have all the power and energy to do everything. But we're the ones that's sitting here being used. It's just crazy. It's crazy to me. I don't get
No,
it.
no, no, look. See, but now not everyone is meant to be where we at. We're the guiding lights. We're the gatekeepers to guide them out of the madness, because
Right.
85% dealt and listened to, especially our people, listen to their elders. Oh, don't worry about it. Just go to school and get a good job. So that's what we did. So now imagine, I was imagining when they shut everything down last year. I mean, 2 years ago. I'm like, man, it's people a week before this shit. People just signed a fucking 30-year mortgage. They just got their
Yep.
fucking keys to their fucking house. Man,
Just
we
sending their
gotta
child to
look
college,
out. Yeah, they have,
feeding
man.
that
They have no recollection.
system.
It's straight tangible, huh? Yeah, but I look outside of that. So as much shit as I talk, I look outside and be like, man, we all compromise one way or the motherfucking other. Some got it worse than
That's right.
others. The less balanced you is, you head and shoulders just trying to be the best company man you could be for the next 30 years. Let's get it.
That's right. And that's why it's not good to be a company man for somebody to freak else. We need to be building our own things, and we need to be building it in our communities amongst each other. People want to go to different areas, getting away from this place or that place. Building up the community would be the best thing. Find go in those areas where it's like, oh, this is a poor ghetto area, whatever. Oh, I don't want to stay over here, this, and that. This where your people at though. If you're trying to build something, this is a good place to start. Let's start building up something that these people are tearing down and breaking down and want us to, and our people to be staying in and living in and building that up. Start someplace like that. making a foundation for certain kids so that they can see, well, damn, I remember when I was living in the hood, and then our people came and they cleaned that up. And I started living in a nice environment, you know, even those type of things. The people in the community should be doing a lot more than they're doing. And we're not doing it because we don't think we have the strength or the energy to do it, because we too busy doing and putting our energy toward every damn thing for these people. We don't even got an extra hour in the
Mhm.
day to commit to the community, or the youth, or check on a elderly senior that's in your neighborhood that may not have family members that come by and check on them, and things of that nature. We don't have time for that because we too caught up in this world, the physicalities, and I got to go to work, I got to go to sleep, I got to get up, I got to rest, I got to do this, I got to go pay this bill. If I don't pay this bill, this gonna be off. Then I'm gonna be without this. Then I got to do this. I got to make sure I go to work. Oh, I feel like I want to pass out. Oh, I got to go to work because I can't miss these hours because such and such. We shouldn't even be sitting and operating by these boundaries. And these are the things we caught up in, with all this nonsense.
Human. Hey, sis, being human is what? Human nature. So, human sits in the ape family. So, whoever made us had a sole purpose of work. Huh? You lose a limb, you out of the game. Huh? You gonna sit your ass on the sideline and get a monthly, just barely enough to get by on. Huh? Hmm? Hmm? Now look at
Mm.
some of the body parts that you could do without. You don't need your tonsils. I mean, type shit. Huh? Who made us? Huh? They was mining us. Huh? They control all of the natural resources, the gold, platinum, and all that. That comes at bits and crumbs out of the dirt. Huh? Let's get it. Who made us? Huh?
We were made, though. We were already here. And then who compromised us to put us in a physical capacity and make us easily accessible to be used as current is a better question. Not so much of us
Okay.
being made, but certain people or certain,
Well,
other things that have come into this realm that weren't naturally of this particular area, right?
I probably done did. Um, damn, my phone just rung, so I probably muted. So, drop
Go
back
ahead.
in and drop back out.
I'm trying to go to this album. My computer acting stupid, of course. But yeah, so who's made, who's natural, who's all these things we think about. Like, is there a reason that we're in this battle because of certain ones that are made? Maybe we're not so much a processed being, but we're manipulated by the environment for certain reasons. So
Okay.
and
Damn.
let me pull it up. I'm trying
We done
to
got
album
there.
up, bro. I can't even get to it. It's acting stupid.
My subject.
Dang.
Okay. So, there's some man-made people there, like literally, like sub
Yeah.
races and all. I done seen enough that with early man,
Hmm.
there was a that was the original Earthling because if whoever made us, they couldn't go against the carbon copy. That would have been a total death sentence. So they could go from low to high. They could build it up. See, See, to get
Mm-hmm.
to a high rise like a 10-story, you got to start with the first story. So what the
That's
evolution?
right.
Let's get it. Because apes
That's
are
just
only
what I was
two
trying to pull up. Oh my,
chromosomes away from humans. Human. Let's get it.
you ain't lying, bro. And so when it comes to that and how they try to say, "Oh, we all evolved from apes." Who is we all? Who's the we all? Well, we didn't evolve from apes or monkeys because we don't look nothing like them. They try to call us monkeys. They try to infer it. They try to implant that in our minds that we look like monkeys, or we come from monkeys and things of that nature. Could they possibly be implying something with the monkey kingdoms of the past? I seen Aboriginal Power did a awesome build today, and he was talking about something he did a build on the monkey tribes. I was like, wow, I hadn't heard of that before. So I'm definitely going to look into it. But he gave a little information, so I'm like, I wonder if these were one of the tribes of our ancestors. Maybe this was the way that they dressed, or it was something with that. Was it? I'm curious about it. I got to get my own information on this. I'm gonna research it.
Hey, all hey, get your pseudo on, huh? So it's there. Now all of a sudden everybody at a whole boule and all DNA. Hey, let's get it. I will accept.
Right.
Call me Dr. Tinfoil because I done been in that motherfucking hole. I know that even if they walked across the Strand Bates or whatever, they from over there. They're from the Eastern Hemisphere. So their blood and genetics is one and the same. It's all early man, huh? Huh? It was homo. No, let me just say what they gave us in school. We are the world. We are all Homo sapiens. So you can catch a homicide and still be a cold-blooded killer, huh? We're reptiles too, huh? Hmm? Look at your hands.
Hmm.
Don't they get ashy and shit? Don't they shed? You know what I mean? That's that serpent shit. Somebody made us. Somebody manipulated us, man. I done been
That's
deep in the
you said that's
hole
the
to
serpent blood.
that where they're demon blood, serpent blood. Yes, look. Draconian. Huh? Niggas have portable AKs that are Dracos, huh? Draconian law, huh? Huh? When you say serpent, serpent is tied to law, huh? Man, I done been in some rabbit holes, man. A bit got to explain to me, man. Huh? These rabbit holes take
Talk about it.
sacrifice.
Talk
It
about
was
this.
time,
Talk about it, bro. Talk about the
time,
serpent. Uh-huh.
time, time. I've been up days just when I wasn't working, especially, man. Just, just, uh, just in awe. Like I done seen where authors and scientists giving praises to a certain European, like the Alpine. I mean, the Nordic is supposed to be the top. Oh man, they're perfectly put together, man. They gave a breakdown on like the French, like how they don't have the best hygiene, but they brilliant. I mean, man, I'm like, damn. How about the token, white or black guy? They got to keep something around them for the energy. We'll start with the energy, the vibe, and all that. Because if not, everybody will go back to where they came from. I mean, type shit. Hmm? It goes to show, huh? And why is it for the beard look now? Everybody, black, white, and all, but everybody go back to being that rugged mountain man look, huh? And they put it into your face. The Flintstones, meet the Flintstones,
Hmm.
and Tarzan, huh? So, elbow originals, everybody get your pseudo on, huh? Hey, it's a man in Africa, like the early 1900s. He had like a 8 man like
Hmm.
structure, but man, the genetics, it's in the blood, man. What's your blood type, huh? It's a shame that people know the type of oil in their car, but they don't know the type of oil that's in their body, huh? What is your blood type, huh? They know. For the
They
last
know.
70 decades, everybody that ran through their establishments, when you went in the back room and they traded your birth record for a birth certificate, they pricked you and put that small blood on a database. Huh? So going back to the the organ donors, huh? Bobby Hemmett said, remember the thing that happened in um Wanda back in like '94. I think what they made hotel. Rwanda on, they say, man, they fucking all those genocide of all them people that they use they melon for like pills and stuff. They fucking crushed and got all the good juices out. I seen, man, that shit freaked me out to see in the 90s in Africa a beach full of like dead bodies and shit. Man, like what the fuck? Bobby Hemmett, man, that's that. See, it's non-tangible, so you gotta really be in the grasp of, okay, man, I'm trying to put these little dots together. I mean, line them up. But man, that's that non-tangible, huh? Let's get it. Microphone check one, two. What is this? Says good. I don't want to COVID, huh? You know, we not the average. We got channels, so we used to just running like rah, 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 rah. And regardless of what people feel about the information, hell, just getting up there, having a channel, talking. I have a speech impediment. I got beside myself doing the Facebook live and shit. So well, this shit ain't nothing, but let's get it.
You
Hey,
speak your mind. I heard you
oh,
talking
okay,
about.
oh, okay. See that fantasy island. Now somebody size all of the world leaders, business people, they ain't nothing but puppets. They set them up to keep them in line. That was blackmail mechanisms. They let them get comfortable and all, like Chris Tucker. Like that shit real. Like for there to be for him to have that island and then to have a madam, there's a black book, so everybody's on the black book. Hmm? That's possibly why certain CEOs stepped down last year, like 2020. Like they're stepping into different roles because all of the technology, they pushed everything into that by us staying home. That got everybody into the next wave of technology, but they running down on them. Like it makes sense. What Russell Simmons, follow him. just about a couple years ago, the Theo Espen, or no, the other one, the one, the Hollywood producer, he tired of that, man. He got the hell out of here. He went to a country that the United States has no jurisdiction. Huh? That's what type of time and shit we in. Russell Simmons got the hell out of here, huh? Ooh, yeah. See? And we don't really, our diseases are more soul food diseases, but I done seen some medical shit that's, look, that's, they pulled the genetics of the early man, and the early man and all that is where all of your autism and all that, but man, that shit, that medical shit looked at like when you fill out a job and when they ask you about all your health problems, yes and no is about 2 pages full. That's what mankind is type of diseases. The one-on-ones don't happen to us the first. That comes through however they came, but it was a artificial one, huh? Who in the Bible, who in the Book of Commerce, or they went so far and they did research and development to come to a thesis that third generations or higher, you run the risk of running a positive and positive blood on one another and turning some shit negative, huh? They're scientists, man, huh?
This what they do.
Hmm?
This what they do. Look at the animals. I just like I'm showing some caged animals here and there. Just make sure y'all see these animals in the in the behavior.
Hunt gatherers, huh? Early man was hunt gatherers, huh? That's the major thing for what I see a consistency of, huh? Hunt gatherers, huh? Domestication of animals, huh? All this, but like I say, human sits in the ape family. So Planet of the Apes was just a rendition because didn't they run down on Tarzan or caveman type things? Huh? That shit real. The Fred Flintstone, huh? They slickly throwed it into your face to program you as a child, and they threw in the fucking Flintstone vitamins and also to really get the we are the world, huh? They need it. Half didn't like it. Oh, I want to keep my blood pure. But the other half knew that, hell, we need them to fit us in here, huh? Just like, look, Aaron Rodgers was living off of the energy that Kyrie Irving had already did. Hell, I'm gonna slide up under the radar because he got all the heat on him, and they not gonna run down on him like that because I call that. I was just that's just Aaron Rodgers whiteboarding it, huh? You gotta be a realist and understand what is birth of a nation, huh? Was it when your grandmama and great grandma was around? It was 100% of everything was whiteness. So, hey, stop being a victim. It is what it is. Pull your shit up, grab your shit by the bootstraps, and know that we all been jailed, huh? That is kinds of men, huh? Species of men, huh? Mankind, huh? Types of men, huh? Let's get it.
Kind, a kind of man, not really a man, not a man, not a natural born being, man. Look at this.
It's just like sister, man. I gotta try to tap it. I'll probably be able to get on her wavelength. Sister Sophia, anything that's hybrid is
Yes.
man made. It's gonna fail you, huh? It's been tampered with, huh? Let's get it. This shit real. And hybrid been a word, huh? We probably just knew the grasp of it when, last decade with the Toyota Prius with certain things going hybrid. But hell, any domestication is a civilization, is a zoo-like thing plus more for any animal. So, huh? All of your dogs, huh? The dog was purposely put into like a flatheadness to bring that pit bull look and shit. Plus the genetics of having a pig and all that type shit. But let's get it, huh?
These are a bunch of old memes or whatever from years and years ago. I just put them all in the album. I said, let me show this about this. Why is this shit popping up?
Man, I got some. Hey, that
What?
jewelry word, that ain't no race, man. That's like, the Eastern Europeans, hey, get in where you fit in, but all of that is man-made, huh? Huh?
Look at man-made mixed animals and shit. And hate to say it, but it's the truth. I don't got no hate for nobody, but it is what it is. Some
And
of them
you seen the
have
last
different blood,
type
but
of, of Neanderthal type was Andre the Giant, huh? He was big as hell, but he died early, huh? Huh?
I get
Check the brow, huh?
so tired of and I'm showing these pics.
The beast. Yes. So watch your words with Aboriginal because Malcolm X tried to, when he came back from whatever, you are Aboriginal. Hell no, man. Them niggas probably, hell no, I ain't no, because I done seen shit where that is a early man, huh? They have the genetics of early man, huh? The Australian Aboriginal. Don't they look, huh? Isn't that all of that over there, that blonde and mixed shit and thing, all the way down to like the beastly
Right.
savage? That's where they get that from. So I loosely say that there's a Aboriginal land title, like the Indian land title that's tied to that, but you gotta, man, those are just adjectives. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I see them playing with Aboriginal just like Indian, but India is the country, but it's like Asian Indians. Indian was used over there, but did you know? Shouts out to Beast Mode by breaking this down. Africa is not a continent. Africa is connected, but did you know that big ass whole landmass is called Afro Afro Eurasia? Huh? So that's just one big supercontinent. Africa, the bit of Europe and Asia and Russia, all that. That's one big ass continent. So for shits and giggles, Australia is just the fucking little island. So that ain't even possibly a real continent. Let's get it. So it's three continents really. The Western Hemisphere, the Eastern Hemisphere, and Australia. And they don't want you to know about Antarctica. Let's get it.
Right. It's all that green land over there. Mm. They always talking about shave my legs, shave my legs. I gotta get some nair. That shit look nasty. Look at this. Patricia Hope Hewitt from the British Labor Party. She said, "We can't prove that sex with children does them harm." What? What say?
Wow.
Childhood
Yeah.
sexual experiences willingly engage
Ooh,
with and result in no identifiable damage, is what she says. If a grown man has intercourse with a little girl, it is nothing. Having intercourse with the girl less than 3 years old is like putting a finger in the eye. It sheds a few tears, but soon heals again. Mm. From the British Labor Party.
whoa.
Animals. The animals, the
So
way they
that,
even
that
think.
hey, hey,
Ah, this pic
yeah.
was funny. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Um, no, damn, man, the fucking
You just look like a
execution
monkey. Look at all these
style
pretty ass
that
lips. I'm sorry, go
they
ahead, bro.
that they had in Europe, man, would fucking blow your mind, man. It's like, um, I'm
All these
on rat now.
fairs and stuff, bro. I think we
Hmm.
talk about this
Yeah,
before.
yeah. That's why
Look,
you run everything through them, your birth and death. They don't want you to see that it's possibly people with tails. That's why they take everything in the back room. Yeah, let's get it.
this is from I can't remember the name of the country. I wish I would have had it on here. I should have tried to put it on here. But the one of these countries where they got they offer sex with animals. You go pay, it's like a prostitute ring, and it's like
So
normal for
now,
them.
oh,
It's normal.
yeah,
It's
see,
like normal. They
crazy.
was actually
So
arrested
now
in
the
another
book
look
of
here's a
commerce.
proof of it. Hold on,
Yeah.
bro. Look, bro.
Go ahead.
Look. I'm sorry. Go ahead. The book commerce thing. This the stuff they do. These they baby dolls. I think that's it. Unless it's some of the I,
All right. No,
I
that's why
can't
they
say if it's
have
a fact or not, but he said it. I think
the bestiality laws. Why were certain laws in the Old Testament? The Testament. Huh? So a certain part of the world that's standard, huh? Because man, I'm on Steve Coakley right now. I mean, hey, that is all the
uh,
way, hey, him and Khalid Muhammad Malcolm X, man, Steve Coakley putting down the fucking blueprint to he tying the fucking boule into day roles in history, but man, hey, the hunt gatherers,
quite
early
a fact
man,
too.
huh? Hmm? Early man, huh? The fucking diet, huh? If early man had to survive, they was farmers and all that. I guess look, Cain, look. It goes Cain and Abel. Cain, you would have thought, damn, I thought he would have worked with he was a hunt gatherer. You know what I'm saying? No. Cain was agriculture. He was a farmer, I guess, and Abel worked the flock. Our organs was plant based. So when he did that to Abel, he was not able to set up shop permanently. He
Hmm.
became a bum. So they put the mark of the beast on him, huh? Look at Apple wasn't able to be righteous to Rich Porter and took Rich Porter out, plus others, but he had a mark of a beast on him. The same man, somebody went and did their own justice. So that's why on that end, nothing never ends because we don't allow karma. God is karma. You know what I'm saying? The universe is karma. What you put in, you get back. That's what farming. Let's get it. This shit deep, man.
Right. It's like let me see. I'm just pulling up some more pics, bro. You could talk about whatever, bro. I was just up here showing pics, and I didn't have too much on my mind. Right, I got a lot of, but it's too much to put in one moment. So I can kind
See,
of flow you
see,
in
sorry, we vibe good that I be anxious. Like, you feel me? But I'm on this. Like, but I'm gonna say again, I'm not lying. Humans are part of the ape family, so there go all your viruses. There's no cure. Well, they're not going to give you a cure for a virus. They're just going to defer it, huh? There ain't no cure. That's why look. There ain't no cure for AIDS virus. Well, they ain't gonna give it to you. There's only a deterrent that's going to turn this into something else. It's going to deterrent and mutation is damn near the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You're just deferring this, and it's going to transform to this. So everybody that had chickenpox. So my grandmother, she's 80 something. She can't remember when she came out with chickenpox, but the back end of chickenpox is shingles, huh? Hmm? See there how things mutate, huh? Huh? There ain't no cure for a virus. So don't man, name your cure for a virus, huh? Is there a cure for the Rhino 39, just the basic cold virus, huh? They gotta make money off of them viruses, those animal diseases, huh? Chickenpox, monkeypox, cowpox, all this,
thirty.
but the corona that been in the dog breeders, huh? See there, Pablo, um, all of the sexual transmitted diseases are animal sexual transmitted diseases type shit, huh? The dog breeders been knew about
Right.
the coronavirus, but this type of coronavirus came from SARS. That came
Sleeping
from,
with them.
you know
Shit.
what I'm saying? This, it bad.
How you think they got it? How you think they got it, bro?
It's a evolution of everything, huh? Everything. So now, look,
They
it
be
says
sleeping with
in
them
Revelation,
animals.
yeah,
They be animals.
in Revelations, hey,
Green
after the mark of the beast, the famous, it instructs man to get to understand that 666, that mark of the beast, that is your number, huh? So the 666 is a genetics, like atoms, all that. So when you take that stab, you technically changing your DNA to RNA. So now they own you now because what that juice that is patented. Those are chemicals, huh? Those are man-made chemicals that my wife was like, wow, the other day, like, wow, they make money off of those. Yeah. Why do you think Biden was like the first 100 million? We got 100 million doses ready. And then a couple months ago, no, last month, you need 80 million more. Just follow. So we know that there are at least 180 million motherfuckers over here. Huh? How many more, Biden? Huh? They make money off of that shit, huh? They make money off of you. That's why they don't charge your credit medical shit. They don't tie that to the same credit that will make you or break you because they gotta keep you working as long as they can. You will be discouraged if that medical went against your credit, like you having a foreclosure or something. It won't shit get done because everybody's sick. Everybody fucked up. Everybody go to their places of establishments who doing this shit like this, man. Let's get it. It says I'm gonna drop out for a minute. I gotta walk around. I've been at work, but let me refresh my phone. Yes, so hey, I thank you. Hey, I work myself up to be on the radio part. Like it's nothing to get on the sister. So YouTube aspect of it, but just what time it is, man. We all of us are used to the tangible things, the things that we can touch, but you gotta kill the soul, kill kill the
Yeah, you hear
flesh
me, bro?
of yeah of the
You can hear
worldly
me?
desires. Yeah. Yeah. Um.
Copper.
Yeah. I yeah
You
yeah
hear me?
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I think it's my volume down. This better?
Hey. Yeah. I gotta leave out because I've been at work, but like it done rain, so I gotta walk around. So I thank you.
You good, bro? Yeah. I just stayed up to chit chat real quick. I'm about to see Cheap Holiday live. So if you want to go over there, that's what I was about to do. I was just chit chatting about because you already know I can go on talking about all this crazy shit because it be getting on my nerves. It be a lot to talk about, and yeah. But yeah, we'll
It's
leave it
all
at that.
good.
I appreciate you. We'll do it another time.
Yeah. No doubt. Thank y'all. This topic on out. All right, sis.
Uh,
Appreciate you.
yeah,
One
peace, bro.
love. Yep.
Yeah, I know a lot of this stuff I be talking about be sounding so freaking absurd and like crazy, but listen, it is so real out here. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all have a good night, peace and love. I'm about to go over the IDGAF. That is Cheap Holidays new channel. So if you guys are up on that, we'll get over there, see what's going on. Make sure you guys subscribe to Aboriginal Power's new channel, Aboriginal Power News. And yeah, I'm about to jump over there to Chief Holiday and see what's going on.